I was just driving by this Toys R Us that's going out of business in Totowa, and it looks like there's what seems to be like a protest. You have people here with signs. There seems to be like 30 people in attendance, probably even less. They got signs up protesting corporate greed, but this seems more like a media event than an actual event. You have like almost as much media here as you do the protesters, and apparently we're gonna have Senator Mendez speak. So I'm just here. I'd be really interested to see what's going down. I'm just an observer. You got a few cops. There's a couple cop cars, security. I think they're waiting for Cory Booker. One congressman and 2 senators, a dozen cameras and 20 protesters, and a few cops. They have speakers set up, and the speakers aren't even pointed towards a crowd. They're pointed away from the crowd to the media cameras, and the few protesters that are here, that are the crowd, are actually behind the speakers, which is a really strange way to set things up, man. What kind of a speech do you have where your audience is behind the speakers? The truth is, there is no audience. The audience is these dozen cameras right here, these dozen news cameras that are about to blow this up, put it on the news, and make it look like there's an actual rally or event going on here. Okay, you have Cory Booker speaking. So this is it. This is the event. You got 20 protesters. 20 protesters standing there. 20 members of the press and about a dozen cameras. And the 20 protesters are just like props with signs. There's nobody else here. So these are the only people that are here. This is like a staged media event, straight up fabricated news. It's like some Twilight Zone shit going on. It's like the moon landing. I could barely hear him. The people behind me could barely hear him. Speakers are faced towards the media and not even to the audience.
I want to bring up my senior senator right now, Senator Menendez, also to share some remarks before we hear from them, Bill Pascrell, and then we hear from some of the great people that work for this company.
I'm thrilled to be here with my colleague who is a champion for working families in the United States Senate, and certainly for New Jersey families, where he is focused like a laser beam. We are here today to stand up for economic justice.
Economic justice.
Fairness and decency.
I don't believe a word these dudes say.
Stand up for policies that help working families get it.
All right, looks like the politicians and the media have left. I'm still here in the parking lot of this Toys R Us in Totowa. First thing I want to do is I want to go inside this Toys R Us that's going out of business. We're going to look at all the products and see how many of those products are actually made in the USA. There are millions of jobs being lost to manufacturing overseas, which the liberals do not want to talk about. We have trade agreements like NAFTA. We have trade agreements with the Pacific nations that allow companies to send work and all the manufacturing overseas. We are in Toys R Us. Huge sales going on, 50% off, 60% off, 40 to 60% off the entire store. You would think this stuff would be falling off the shelves, but stuff is not selling. Now let's take a look at some of these products. Let me look at the first thing that I see, this I Hatch, like a real chicken toy. Where is it made? Made in China. Right there, you see it on the bottom of that moose thing right there? Made in China. All right. Trolls as seen on TV. Let's see where this one is made. Made in China. This one is another toy. It's called Inflatimals. Inflate Animals. Inflate-amals. And it is made in China. This one's made in China. This is called another Inflatimals. Alright, these are all made in China. Let me move to another rack. This is actually kind of weird. Imagine next. Serpent. Some Egyptian serpent. Weird. I want to say occultish looking toy. I don't understand what it is, but Fisher Price. Nice American company, right? See that? Fisher Price. Made in China. I have yet to see a single product that's not made in China. Okay, here we go. Let's look at this one over here. This is a Mattel. Is it? Yeah, by Mattel. Born on TV. It's called wobbly toy. Wobbly. Looks like a tennis, like a stationary tennis game or something. See, this one is a Mattel product. Nice American company, right? Made in China. Mattel. Regular price $79.99. 60% off for $32. This is a dancing water karaoke toy. Shopkins. Shopkins are pretty popular, I think, with the young kids. I'm not sure. I'm not really down with what the kids are into nowadays, but let's see if we can find where this one is made. Right there. Shopkins. Made in China. The Minecraft periodic table. Wow, this looks like a cool toy for a gamer, right? Let's see where this one is made. Made in China. You guys see that? Made in China. Made in China. This is a Marvel Spider-Man toy. And it's made in China. Wrestling superstars. Charlotte Flair. Nothing more American than professional wrestling, right? WWE. Made by Mattel. Made in Indonesia. Indonesia. Hey, it's at least not China this time, right? And here's the deal, though. They're talking about corporate greed. And I agree. Corporate greed is bad. But they're not looking at the corporate greed from the manufacturing side, which the liberals have no problem sending jobs overseas. Made in China. What is this? This is a Pom Pom Wow. Made in China. Now, if you guys don't believe me, the stores are closing down. There's still plenty of stuff on the shelves. If you don't believe me, come fact check me. Made in China. This is the Star Wars. Nice American Star Wars, the Star Wars saga. Nice American product, right? Nope. Made in China. These are Glimmies. I don't know what a Glimmy is. Your 3-pack Glimmy's house. I'm trying to get it to focus. See that? Made in China. Wow. Now I'm trying to make a point here. Graco car seat. Right? This looks like a car seat base. Graco. Made in China. Okay, this one is a American Girl Truly Me. I have no idea what this is. Made in China. I'm just picking up random products throughout the whole store. This is a Cabbage Patch Kids. I remember these. It's kind of like a throwback toy set, the Cabbage Patch Kids. I got a confession to make. When I was a kid, they used to call me Cabbage Patch because I looked like a Cabbage Patch Kid. Anyway, let's see where this one is made. And this one is made in China. My Little Pony, the movie. It looks like some kind of a My Little Pony toy. I think I'm in the throwback section here. See where this one, My Little Pony, nice American product, right? There he goes. Focus. My Little Pony, made in China. Now you guys see where I'm getting at here, right? I'm not gonna go through the whole entire store. How about this little Nerf Mega Gun, right? Nice. Training the next school shooter too, right? To do the next school shooting. Training the next school shooter, made in China. Barbie doll set. I think you got like... This is funny. 5 different Barbies. You got a black cheerleader Barbie, a white cook Barbie. Asian Barbie, tennis playing police Barbie. No, that's a airplane pilot Barbie. Anyway, this is Barbie, which is a nice American product, right? Let's see where this is made. Fabric in China. Hecho in China. I went throughout the store and I only found one product, which was a greeting card that was made in America. Everything in this store is pretty much made overseas. I would say 90% of it is made in China, at least 90%. Then you got like Indonesia, and so you got these Democrats politicizing the closing of this store. But it's the liberal policy that's been sending these jobs overseas. I mean, this store is closing because lack of patronage. At the end of the day, if people had money in their pocket to buy toys, this store would not be going out of business. I just saw Congressman Bill Pascrell, Cory Booker, Senator Cory Booker, Senator Menendez come here, speak, and bash President Trump, bash the administration's policies, and I'm just here to set things straight, man. Shame on you, Senator Menendez. Shame on you, Senator Booker. Shame on you, Congressman Bill Pascrell, for politicizing this unfortunate event of Toys R Us closing. They're blaming it on corporate greed. They're blaming it on conservative politics. They're basically using it as a political tool. They are pretending to be for the people, the working class, and I just demonstrated to you that they're really not. Either they don't know, maybe they're just totally clueless, but their policies, the liberal policies of sending jobs overseas, this is a symptom of liberal policy. And so that's bottom line. But a greedy corporation is not going to shut down a profitable business. They're shutting it down, obviously, because the profits are probably dwindling, or they've probably been in the red for quite a while now, way before President Trump was in office. You know, I'm not a fan of Trump, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, but I like to say things the way it is, and this is just baloney. Baloney. I have no faith in anybody who says they're a Democrat, anybody who's a Democrat, anybody, because I just witnessed myself them fabricating news, fabricating a rally, just fabricating the whole thing. It was just a staged media event. Democrats are out of pocket, man. Liberals are out of pocket. Stop trying to deceive the public, man. I hate that. And I'm not a Republican. I don't even consider myself a conservative. When I see stuff that's shady, I gotta bring it out to the public, and this is some shady stuff. And the irony of it is, I just happened to be driving by. I saw a bunch of cameras, I saw the news media, I was like, wow, what's going on over here? I thought they were just doing a story about the store closing, but it turns out that you had politicians speaking, politicians politicizing the closing of a corporation. I was not even prepared for this. I wasn't dressed for this. I wasn't ready to even come here. But I just happened to stumble upon this, and I'm gonna have to share this with the rest of you. Thank you for watching.